Hello, and thank you for joining our presentation on the College Credit Plus program, Ohio's dual enrollment program. My name is Katie Lovera, and I am from Otterbein University. Today, we have presenters from several Central Ohio colleges and universities. We will be describing the CCP program, its benefits and risks, and how your child can get involved. This presentation should be the start of a family conversation to help you decide if CCP is the right program for your child, if this is the right time to get started, and what option is the right fit. So let's start off by talking about what is College Credit Plus. College Credit Plus is the state of Ohio's dual enrollment program. Students are enrolled in college classes and receive both high school and college credit for these classes. That means that the students can be earning credit for both high school graduation and to meet college degree requirements. The other great thing to know about CCP is that it is free for families to participate. The costs of the program are covered by the local school district for public school students, or by the state of Ohio for students who attend a non-public school or are homeschooled. It is important to note that there are qualifications that students must meet to receive this funding. CCP covers most of the costs of participating for families. The school district will pay for the tuition and books for students. Colleges will waive all fees, such as application fees and lab fees. There are a few fees that families may still be expected to cover. So if a student enrolls in more classes than that state will cover, and we'll explain that in a few minutes, the family will be responsible to cover the full cost for that course. CCP does not cover the cost of transportation or parking for students who take classes on a college campus. And there may be additional optional fees for such things as a recreation center or other activities that a student opts into. So let's focus on CCP students. The state has set a number of requirements for students who want to participate in the CCP program. To be eligible, a student must be an Ohio resident in grades 7 through 12 and meet the statewide college readiness guidelines. Beyond looking at the state requirements, families should take some time to decide if this is the right program for their child. We recommend that the students who participate in CCP be students who are looking for that challenge in taking college classes and students who are academically and emotionally ready for college. Students in the CCP program are taking actual college courses, and it's important that the student be ready to take on this challenge. So let's talk a little bit more about what their options are. Students can enroll in CCP courses through many different institutions around the state of Ohio. All public colleges, 2-year and 4-year, participate in CCP along with a number of private colleges. In Central Ohio, your public options include Columbus State, COTC, and Ohio State, while Otterbein and Kenyon are your private college options. Students are able to take these classes in a variety of locations. Some classes will be offered in your high school, while others will be taught on the college campus. We have also seen a large increase in the number of online classes that are available. Now I'm going to turn things over to Michelle from Ohio State.
Hi, this is Michelle Brown from Ohio State. Now that you've heard about the options, let's discuss why a student may choose to participate in the CCP program. The top benefit of participating in CCP is the free college credit. As you know, college costs have increased significantly over the years, and CCP can help a student earn college credit that can fulfill requirements for their degree. Students may enroll in the college where they intend to complete a degree, or they may choose to transfer to another college or university. By state law, college credit will transfer between all public universities in the state and may also transfer to out-of-state and or private colleges as well. You can learn more about transfer credit by visiting the websites on the screen. Both Transferology and the state transfer credit sites are great resources for you. Another great benefit of participating in CCP is to gain experience. CCP allows students to explore college, work with faculty and staff, and take a wide range of classes. Students can start taking introductory courses in new academic programs, consider possible career choices, or take classes in a variety of disciplines. This will give students the opportunity to learn the expectations of the college professors and classroom. One benefit of CCP is the ability to complete a college degree at a faster pace. In the years since CCP was introduced, there have been a number of students who have actually completed a certificate program or an associate's degree while still in high school. Of course, this is dependent on the student's interest and degree path. While some students may be able to graduate early, other students may use this as an opportunity to broaden their college experience. Some students may be able to complete a double major or maybe add minors to their program. Students also may be able to take fewer classes each semester and give themselves more time for experiences such as co-ops and internships, undergraduate research, study abroad, and other ways to help prepare for their future career. Whatever your path, the goal is earning that degree or certificate. While there are many benefits to CCP, there are also some risks. We want to make sure you go into this program with full understanding. Poor academic performance can have very negative consequences for students. The expectation is that students should be able to earn a college GPA of at least a 2.0. Falling below this level can result in financial issues. CCP law states that if a student fails a class or drops after the initial drop deadline, their school can ask them to repay all costs for the course. It's important to make sure your child is ready to pass a college level class, or you may end up paying for that free class. Beyond the finances, the grades earned will also be on the student's high school and college transcript. This means that poor performance will impact future admission and scholarship opportunities. Again, this can have long-term effects. Since the classes are on the college transcript, it can cause difficulty in admission to graduate school or even medical school. To make sure students don't do too much damage to their future, CCP students who do poorly may be placed on CCP probation or dismissal. Your school counselor will monitor grades and work with your students through this process. CCP classes are real college classes, no matter if they're taught at the high school or on a college campus. CCP instructors will not modify the content of a course based on a student's age. If they're in the class, they will be expected to meet the same requirements as all the other students taking the class. It's also possible that the instructor will presume that students have prior knowledge from high school classes. Here's an example of mine. I had a student who was enrolled in a college botany class before she took high school chemistry. The course assumed that students had already taken high school chemistry though, and she had great difficulty understanding the chemical process of photosynthesis. Even though she was a really smart student, she ended up with a D in the class because she didn't have the high school knowledge the professor expected. As a part of your family conversation, we have a few items that we think you should consider. First, think about your child's maturity level. Because these are real college classes, they may contain adult themes. Course content is not modified, and you may be surprised at the adult content that is included in a variety of courses. Many students, for example, take classical mythology, which is a good starting intro-level class. But if you think about it, some of those myths have some very adult themes. Is your child ready for those conversations? And since they may be sitting in a classroom with adult students, how would your child react to having a study partner who is in their 20s? Another thing to think about, students need to have strong time management skills to do well in college classes. The pace of the class will be much faster. Your typical high school course is a year-long class going over the material in 30 weeks. A college class, however, is completed in a semester, which is 15 weeks. There is no time to procrastinate in college classes. Students will need to be ready to work on the class from the very beginning. Students will be expected to do much more reading than in regular high school classes and will be required to do significant work outside of the classroom. It's very common for professors to tell students that for every hour of class, they will need to do 2 hours of work outside of the classroom. Students who take classes on a college campus will need to add time to their schedule to get to campus and park on top of the time needed to complete the coursework. You'll also need to pay attention to calendar differences between high school and college. The term may have different start and end dates, as well as different spring breaks. And most colleges will not have snow days, so that will be a difference. You might want to think about how well can your student advocate for their own best interest? Parents will not have the same access to grades and homework in a college classroom. Students will need to initiate the contact with the faculty. There are some important differences actually in law that will impact students in the CCP program. The Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, known as FERPA, is different between the K-12 and higher education systems. In the K-12 system, students and parents have equal rights to the student's educational records. That means that a parent can call a teacher and be given information about the student's performance. That changes at the college level. At the college level, only the student has access to the educational record, regardless of age. That means that faculty members will not discuss student performance. It will be up to the student to reach out to the instructor to ask questions about homework or grades. Another important difference in law affects students with disabilities. At the K-12 level, students follow the IDEA. A family will have an IEP conference with a student, parent, teacher, and counselor, and these are designed for student success. For the college, it will be governed by the American with Disabilities, or ADA. Students will definitely be able to receive accommodations, and students need to initiate the process. These accommodations are designed for student access. I'm going to turn things over now to Dudley from Kenyon.
Thank you, Michelle. Now that you've heard about the CCP program, it's time to tell you how to participate. There are several steps that you need to take to participate in CCP. First, you will need to demonstrate college readiness. CCP law states that you can show that you are ready for college by earning qualifying scores on several standardized tests. These tests include the ACT, the SAT, Accuplacer, and ALEX. We know that there have been some difficulty in completing tests this year due to COVID-19. So there may be additional options for demonstrating college readiness. please check with your college of choice for more details. Second, you will need to be admitted to the college or colleges of your choice. The admissions process will be very similar to applying to college after high school, so you'll need to work directly with each college to learn their admission requirements. Here is an overview of the scores needed to qualify as college ready. As you can see, these tests include ACT, SAT, Accuplacer, and ALEX. After you've been admitted to a college for CCP, you'll be able to enroll in classes. Let's discuss some of the rules for enrolling. While you can take a wide range of classes through CCP, there are a few rules on course eligibility. When you first start in the CCP program, you'll need to take Level 1 courses. These are also referred to as Tier 1 courses. These are introductory courses that apply to many college degree programs and will easily transfer between different colleges. Each college will have their list of Level 1 courses available on their website. The state has also designated some classes as not eligible for CCP funding. These include courses such as physical education, study abroad, and individual lessons. If you choose to take one of these classes, your family will be responsible for all costs. While CCP is free, there are some limits. You can earn up to 30 college credits in an academic year, combined summer, fall, and spring terms. You will also be limited to a maximum of 120 college credits from 7th grade through 12th grade. Many students will take a mixture of high school and college classes. So there is a formula to determine how many college and high school classes you can take. A college class can range from 3 to 5 credit hours. A year-long high school course is worth 3 college credit hours. You'll count both types of classes in the amount of coursework you can take each year. Let's look at an example. Jennifer is taking 5 high school classes. Since a high school course is worth 3 college credits, we'll multiply the number of classes by 3. So 5 classes times 3 credits equals 15 credit hours. Emma has 30 hours available for the school year, so we will subtract the 15 hours she is taking in high school and see that she can enroll in 15 credit hours at a college. Now, let's hear from Diane Jones at Columbus State.
Thank you, Dudley. We've given you a lot of information about the program, so now let's talk about your next steps. It's very important that you work with your school to get the process started. You should set up an appointment with your counselor to learn about your options. You'll want to discuss how CCP classes count towards high school graduation and athletic eligibility. Most important, you will need to complete the CCP letter of intent by the April 1st deadline. We recommend that you complete this letter of intent even if you are not sure that you will do CCP next year. Submitting the intent form keeps the options open and is not a commitment to participate. You will also need to work with your college of interest. Don't forget to apply for admissions to their CCP program. Each college will have information on their website on how to apply, what information you will need to submit, and the deadline to apply. Be sure to note the deadlines as these tend to be very strict at the college level. You will also need to check into the testing requirements for your college choice. You may need to supply an ACT or SAT, the Accuplacer or ALEX, and there may be limits on when you can take these courses. Again, Deadlines are very important to be sure to note when testing needs to be completed for your college. Be aware that COVID-19 has created a number of problems with standardized testing. The Ohio Department of Higher Education is considering a test optional process for CCP students, but as of today, students must provide a college-ready test score. We will update the information as we received it from the state. Every college will have an orientation and advising process for students who are admitted to their CCP program. For some colleges, this will occur in the spring for the following school year, while other colleges may not schedule your fall classes until late summer. Be sure to keep in touch with both your high school counselor and CCP college advisor. We have a number of local colleges and universities available tonight to give you a brief description of their CCP program. Let's talk about participating in CCP at Columbus State. Columbus State offers college courses online, on campus, and embedded in some high schools. First, you must complete the online College Credit Plus application for the correct starting year. Please use your legal name. No nicknames, please. Also, make sure you use email address that you check regularly. Your acceptance letter and Cougar ID number will be sent to that email account. Your second step is to submit your ACT, SAT scores, or you can take the Accuplacer reading and writing test and the ALEX math placement test. You will only need to take the math placement if you want to take a math course. You must have a Cougar number to take a placement test. Due to COVID, Columbus State's testing center is temporarily closed. Please talk to your high school counselor about testing Accuplacer. Finally, you want to make sure you meet the prerequisite requirements for your desired course. Again, please speak with your high school counselor or your college advisor. To register for eligible courses, you will need to meet with your high school counselor and complete a registration and consent form. Your high school counselor will send your forms to the college advisor for registration. Now I'm going to turn it over to Dudley from Kenyon College.
Thank you, Diane. Kenyon has had partnerships with high schools in North Central Ohio for the last 42 years. Our classes are taught by high school faculty who have the same credentials as college faculty, and we are not in all of the buildings, so you'll have to check with your guidance counselor to see if our Kenyon or Kenyon Academic Partnership classes are available to you. Once you've located classes that are available, you'll need to prove college ready and work through an online application, which your high school guidance will give you the details for. All right. We have a variety of classes, so it's just a matter of availability to your building. Now I'm going to send you to Katie from Otterbein for their details.
Great. So Otterbein University is located in Westerville, Ohio, and we have classes that are offered on our campus through Otterbein Collegiate Institute, which is our OCI program, which is our CCP program on campus. New for fall of 2021, we will also be offering an online Ed 1000 course, which is a semester-long 3-credit-hour course for students who are interested in being future teachers. We have a selective admission process, and you can check out otterbein.edu/apply for both the application and the information that the other items that are needed to complete the application, including a high school information form, which needs to be filled out by your school counselor. We do have a May 15th priority deadline, but we still do take applications after that date on a case-by-case availability basis. And then we have mandatory advising and orientation sessions that will be offered virtually this year. And after admission, you will receive next steps information. Thank you. I'm going to turn it over to Michelle at Ohio State.
Hello again. I'm happy to tell you a little bit more about the Ohio State Academy program, which is our College Credit Plus program. At Ohio State, our students will take classes either on campus or online. We are not offering classes that are taught in the high school. We have so many different classes. You have the availability of the size of Ohio State to be able to take classes in a wide range of areas. And I do want to point out we have a wonderful program through our John Glenn College, which is an internship program in public affairs, which has been a great program over the years. You have the ability to use all of the resources of Ohio State. So again, as a large university, there will be many opportunities available to you. Our program is available on all of our different campuses, both the Columbus campus and Newark, Mansfield, Marion, Lima, and the Agricultural Technical Institute in Worcester. Admission is going to be based on what admission for students who've already graduated from high school go through. So for the Columbus campus, it is going to be a very highly selective process, looking at your high school grades and course selection. We do require an ACT or SAT and additional factors like leadership and involvement. Our regional campuses have open enrollment, so that will again match the admission for regular graduated high school seniors. Our application deadline is May 1st for the fall semester. And you can find many more details about our program on our website, http://academy-ccp.osu.edu. Be happy to answer many more questions if you reach out to us. So thanks for listening, and I'm going to turn things over. Actually, I'm going to finish things off. If you do have additional questions, please make sure to reach out to your high school counselor. You also can reach out to the various colleges. We all have folks who are happy to answer details and give you more information about timelines of when you will enroll in classes and how that process will work. There also is a statewide College Credit Plus website, www.ohiohighered.org/CCP, which can answer specific questions about how the program is set up across the state. Thanks so much for joining us, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening.